Hi, in this lecture, I will talk about the definition of project, program, and portfolio. First, I will explain what a project is, and after that, we will discuss why we initiate projects. Then, we will understand what the program and portfolio are. Okay, let's start our lectures by talking about what the project is. What is a project? Well, they will not ask you this question on the exam directly, but knowing the answer to this question will help you to answer the questions on the exam easier. To understand what a project is, we need to know its characteristics. A project is temporary. It has a beginning and an end. Now, think about your projects. All of them have a start date and an end date, right? This is because of the nature of the projects, and this is one of the two main characteristics of the projects. No matter how big the project is, it always starts and it always finishes. This is for sure. A project always creates something unique. It may be a product, a service, or a result, but it always creates something unique. If you are creating something on an assembly line, then this is not a project. It is an operation. We will talk about what an operation is in the following lectures. If you are constructing a building, if you are creating a website, or if you are developing an application, then this is a project because you are creating something unique as a result of these efforts. I will talk about the terms portfolio and the program in a few minutes. But before doing that, let's answer this question. Why do we initiate projects? Why do we need projects? What do you think? There may be lots of reasons to initiate a project. First of all, to start a project, there should be a market demand, right? Market demand is one of the reasons to initiate a project. A customer request may be the reason to initiate a project too. This can be an existing customer or a new customer. They may request you to start a project. For example, a customer of yours may say, "Hey, we need the software to use this machine. Would you like to write it for us?" Then you initiate the project. A business need may enforce you to start a project. For example, you may need to develop an application to achieve your strategic goals. Therefore, you may need to start an application development project. To initiate a project, earning money is not a must. For example, environmental considerations, legal requirements, social needs, or technological advances may insist you initiate a project. Therefore, you may or may not start a project to earn money. But to initiate a project, it must provide some business value. This is the main reason to start a project. Projects provide business value. It is simple, isn't it? Since they provide business value, we expect a project to cause a positive change in the organization. This positive change may be increasing revenue, increasing the company's prestige, improving products or services, satisfying legal requirements, and so on. Such and similar results are different ways of providing business value. Now, we know what a project is and why we initiate projects. Then, it is time to talk about the programs and portfolios. First of all, let's start with the program. What is a program? Assume This triangle represents your project. Let's say you are constructing a hospital in New York. Your company may have different projects related to this project. For example, there may be another hospital project in another city, let's say in Chicago, and another one in San Francisco. Since all of these projects are related to each other, it may be a good idea to group them and try to manage them all together. This group of related projects is called a program. An organization can better coordinate related projects by grouping them into a program. Now, what about a portfolio? What is a portfolio? This time, let's say this box represents a program. This program consists of hospital construction projects in different cities. Let's say your company has a strategic objective of having $1 billion of net income from the health sector. To achieve this strategic objective, they will not only construct hospitals but also construct factories to manufacture health equipment. Therefore, there will be another program for factory constructions. After constructing the factories, they will produce health equipment also. Manufacturing something is an example of operation. We will talk about what the operation is in the following lectures, but now let's represent this operation like this. Your company will also develop some software which will provide better communication between the health personnel. Developing software is a project, and I will draw this project like this. Now, what we have here? We have the hospital constructions, which is program number 1, the factory constructions, which is program number 2, manufacturing equipment, which is an operation, and developing software, which is a project. They are not related to each other directly, but they are aiming for the same strategic goal of your company. This is what we call a portfolio. In our example, they are not directly related to each other, but this is not a must for a portfolio. Please don't forget. Here, the key word is same strategic goal. A portfolio consists of projects, programs, and sometimes operations that may or may not be directly related to each other, but share the same strategic goal of the company. Here, I would like to note that a portfolio may consist of projects only, or it may consist of programs only. But generally, a portfolio includes both projects and programs, and sometimes the operations.